Achebe'S Things Fall Apart is a powerful story that has left an indelible mark on literature and culture worldwide. It takes us to the heart of Africa before colonialism reshaped it, offering a glimpse into a world that was rich in tradition and community. Published in 1958, the novel introduces us to the Igbo people of Nigeria, a group with a vibrant culture and deep-rooted customs. We see their customs, beliefs, and the rhythms of their lives, from the energetic dances to the bustling markets and close-knit family gatherings. Achebe paints a vivid picture of a society that, while not perfect, thrives on its own terms, with its own unique challenges and triumphs. Things Fall Apart is more than just a historical account. It is a narrative that delves deep into the human experience. It's a timeless story about family, ambition, and the clash between tradition and change, themes that resonate across cultures and eras. The novel centers on Okonkwo, a respected warrior and leader in his village, Umuofia, whose life is a testament to the complexities of human nature. Through his story, we witness the intricacies of Igbo culture and the devastating impact of colonialism, which brings about profound changes and challenges to their way of life. Achebe's masterful storytelling not only preserves the history and culture of the Igbo people, but also invites readers to reflect on the broader implications of cultural disruption and resilience. As we journey through the pages of Things Fall Apart, we are reminded of the enduring power of stories to connect us to our past and illuminate our present. Achebe immerses us in the world of Umuofia, a vibrant Igbo village teeming with life and culture. The village is a microcosm of traditional African life where every individual plays a crucial role in the community. Umuofia is more than just a setting. It's a character in itself, with its own personality and rhythm. The village breathes and evolves, reflecting the lives and stories of its inhabitants. The villagers live in harmony with nature, their lives dictated by the cycles of planting and harvest. The land is both a provider and a sacred entity, respected and revered by all. Religion plays a central role, with a complex system of gods and ancestors guiding their actions. Rituals and ceremonies are integral, marking significant events and transitions in the villagers' lives. The Igbo society Achebe portrays is structured and hierarchical, with clear roles and responsibilities. Social order is maintained through a well-defined system of governance and respect for tradition. Men and women have distinct roles, and elders hold significant authority. The division of labor is clear, with men often taking on roles as warriors and farmers, while women manage the household and trade. Justice is served through a council of elders, ensuring balance and order within the community. Disputes are resolved through dialogue and consensus, reflecting the collective wisdom of the elders. However, beneath the surface of this seemingly stable society, there are hints of vulnerability and change. External influences and internal conflicts begin to challenge the traditional ways, foreshadowing a transformation that will impact every aspect of life in Umuofia. Okonkwo is a complex and tragic hero. He embodies both the strengths and weaknesses of his culture. Driven by a profound fear of failure and a burning desire to prove himself, Okonkwo becomes a respected leader in Umuofia. His physical prowess in wrestling and his success as a farmer earn him admiration and titles. Okonkwo is a man of action rather than words. He believes in hard work, discipline, and upholding the traditions of his ancestors. His stern demeanor and quick temper, while feared by some, stem from his unwavering commitment to achieving greatness in the eyes of his people. Despite his outward success, Okonkwo is haunted by the legacy of his father, Unoka. Unoka was considered lazy and irresponsible, a source of shame for Okonkwo. This fear of becoming like his father drives Okonkwo to extremes, often leading him to be harsh and unforgiving, even to those he loves. We see Okonkwo's internal struggles play out in his relationships with his family. He loves his daughter Ezinma dearly, but struggles to show it. His impatience and anger alienate his son Nwoi, creating a rift between them. These cracks in Okonkwo's personal life foreshadow the larger disruptions that await Umuofia. Section 5. Exile and the Weight of Tradition. Tragedy strikes when Okonkwo accidentally kills a fellow clansman. Bound by the traditions he holds dear, Okonkwo is forced into exile for 7 years, leaving behind everything he has worked for. This exile marks a turning point in the novel. In exile, Okonkwo grapples with his fate and the weight of tradition. He questions the justice of his punishment while striving to maintain his sense of identity away from his homeland. During this time, he witnesses the slow but steady encroachment of the white man's world into his own. Section 6. The coming of the colonizers. The arrival of British colonizers and missionaries disrupts the delicate balance of life in Umuofia. Initially, their presence is met with curiosity and skepticism. However, as the colonizers establish their authority, they bring with them new laws, a new religion, and a new way of life that challenges the very fabric of Igbo society. The missionaries, with their message of Christianity, appeal to some, particularly those who feel marginalized by traditional Igbo society. The construction of churches and schools further undermines the authority of the village elders and the traditional religious practices. Section 7. A clash of cultures. The cultural clash between the Igbo and the British intensifies as the novel progresses. The Igbo, with their deep-rooted traditions and beliefs, find themselves increasingly marginalized in their own land. The British, driven by a sense of cultural superiority, impose their laws and customs, disregarding the values and practices of the Igbo people. Okonkwo, upon returning from exile, finds his village transformed. He struggles to comprehend the changes he sees and feels a profound sense of displacement. His fiery nature clashes with the more diplomatic approach of some clan members, further isolating him. Section 8. The Fall of a Warrior. The novel culminates in a tragic confrontation between Okonkwo and the British colonial administration. This moment is the climax of a long and arduous struggle, where Okonkwo, a proud and fierce warrior, finds himself at odds with the encroaching forces of colonialism. The tension is palpable as the villagers stand in defiance, their traditions and way of life hanging in the balance. Unable to rally his people to fight for their traditions, Okonkwo, in a final act of defiance, takes his own life. This act is not just a personal tragedy, but a profound statement on the futility he feels in the face of overwhelming change. His despair is a reflection of the collective anguish of his people, who see their world being irrevocably altered. His death symbolizes the tragic end of an era, the fall of a warrior who fought to preserve a way of life that was slipping away. The funeral is a somber affair, filled with the sorrow of a community that has lost not just a leader, but a symbol of their resistance. The rituals performed are a testament to the deep cultural roots that Okonkwo tried so hard to protect. Okonkwo's suicide, a taboo act in his culture, highlights the devastating impact of colonialism on the individual and the community. It is a stark reminder of the psychological toll that such upheaval can take, breaking even the strongest of spirits. The community's mourning is not just for Okonkwo, but for the loss of their identity and autonomy. It underscores the tragic consequences of cultural misunderstanding and the brutal reality of a world where power dynamics are shifting dramatically. The presence of colonial soldiers in the village is a constant reminder of the new order, one that does not respect or understand the traditions that have defined the villagers' lives for generations. This shift in power dynamics is not just a political change, but a deep cultural upheaval that leaves lasting scars on the community. Section 9. Legacy of Loss and Resilience. Things Fall Apart is a story of loss, resilience, and the enduring power of culture. Achebe forces us to confront the complexities of colonialism and its impact on indigenous cultures. The novel serves as a reminder of the importance of understanding and respecting different perspectives and the dangers of cultural arrogance. While the novel ends on a tragic note, it also offers a glimmer of hope. The Igbo spirit, though shaken, is not broken. The seeds of resistance have been sown, and the fight for cultural survival continues, even in the face of overwhelming odds.